Previously
Welcome back
on
to the
board.
studio. I cannot believe it's almost a year gone. Malcolm Lange, the Mzansi tour, is on our doorstep again.
Frightening. I
Hey?
know. We can't even believe it.
It's also a much better looking person in the Simon Hill chair. But anyone sitting there would be a much better looking person in the Simon Hill
Okay.
chair. Welcome back, bud. Nice to see you again.
Nice to be here. Thanks a lot.
All right, so first Mzansi tour is done. I was thinking August, September last year. It was April.
Yeah, it was April.
Yeah.
This year it's the 8th to the 12th of April. So it's around the corner, and today we launched the route.
All right, easier the second time round. I sort of learned from the first year and all the... But it went pretty smoothly last year, having
I
said
think
that.
from the outside it always looks smooth, and I think, inside there's a lot of things that are going on that we've got to sort out. It's just the chaos. But no, we did. It was a great event. We put it on, and a lot of international teams came back, and they just want to come back again. So
Well,
it worked.
we live in a beautiful country, and it's just for that very reason alone, it's worth coming back. But of course, also the tour, big success first year. What's different this year?
Well, we mainly, the route's going to basically start in Johannesburg. It starts with a 5.5 kilometer team time trial around Emmerensha Dam,
Okay.
which will be on a Tuesday. So it's going to be challenging to close off the certain roads, but we're not inconveniencing any residents. So that'll be the kickoff to the tour. Then the tour will commute back, basically move down to the Golden Gate area. We'll check into the Golden Gate Hotel.
Beautiful.
So we're going to stay in that hotel for 3 nights. So we've also learned, the logistics of trying to move 350 people every day to a different location is quite a challenge. So we're basically going to stay in one hotel. The second stage starts right at the hotel, goes to Clarence, Bethlehem, Fariesburg, Surrender Hill, and finishing in Clarence. That'll
One
be
of the most beautiful parts of the country. Still, I think
Yep.
one of the most best kept secrets of the country as well,
lovely.
that area.
Absolutely beautiful. And then we basically start again, also in Clarence, where we finished off, head off towards Bethlehem, Kestel, Aputa Jaba, and then we finish mountaintop finish inside the reserve, the actual nature reserve, which is going to be interesting. We've never had
At
a
Golden
mountaintop
Gate.
in Golden Gate. Yeah, so it's going to be a nice finish venue for a tour.
So a completely different part of the country that you're doing this year.
Yeah, we were more Mpumalanga last year. Now we basically Joburg
Vrystaat,
and the
Eastern
Vrystaat.
Free State.
Yeah,
Cherry
Eastern
Farm
Free State.
area.
Yeah, it's lovely. It really is.
And do yourself a favor, even if you're not, not riding, if you're looking for, something to do sort of around about that time. Is that in the middle of, when is it happening? Middle of public holiday season?
We kind of miss a few of them, but 8th to the 12th, so there's a lot around that.
Yes.
So, it starts to get a bit of a chill down period that time of year. So we're hoping people are going to come out and watch, and we do come back to Johannesburg. So we got a long 200 kilometer stage which starts in Bethlehem, finishes in Vanderbijl. So it's a nice challenging route. And then we end up, the last stage is going to be in the Midrand area, also a circuit race. So,
Now, is this the plan for the tour going forward as well next year, another part of the country, and that's how you're going to do it?
Well, I think it also comes down to funding. I mean, we've got Cath Theta on board. We also got to reach communities on this tour.
Just tell us what Cath Theta do, sorry, because it sounds like something that you need when you're in a hospital bed.
Well, Cath Theta is obviously an institution basically where they're looking to empower people, job creations, and also tourism. So that's what we need to try and tick off the boxes and basically make sure these sort of things happen. And you wonder how a cycling tour can do that. But I mean, you reach communities that don't ever get to see sport on their front doorstep. But empowering people where, you can start to have more mechanics. I mean, if we've seen how cycling has exploded in South Africa, a lot of bike shops around, we need qualified mechanics. There's also people that job shadow us on how we put an event on. So there's lots of angles that we can look at, and working closely with Cycling South Africa now, they're also looking to help us to create those sort of opportunities. So it's kind of, it all fits together. At the end of the day, yes, we want to see a tour, but we also got to put back and create jobs along the route. So it's quite a challenge.
Now that you mentioned it, you know what I've just been thinking, because over the weekend on the way back, sometimes make a habit, instead of driving the boring old N3, take off one of the Midlands roads and go past Nottingham Road, that area, which is a beautiful spot in itself. And I think that would be great cycling country as well.
Awesome.
But then further up, when if you take Bergville off, you go up to Little Switzerland in that area. I don't know if you've seen it. I mean, there's the most magnificent Sterkfontein Dam with these beautiful islands in the middle and stuff. I had no idea.
Yeah,
Right,
no, there's so much to explore and to showcase, So Our challenge, we did do a route recce. We were looking at going Bloemfontein area and moving up towards Johannesburg, but unfortunately a lot of our roads are not in good shape, and we've had to basically say, look, safety comes first with the riders that we're bringing out. So this worked out. This is what we needed to do, and I think it's a nice circular route, and we come back into the city of Joburg. We're not going to shut down certain roads or anything like that, so it's going to be good viewership for people to come and watch.
Going to be absolutely fantastic. All right, now we know Rob Hunter won it last year. He's now retired and he's managing teams, and so we must catch up with Rob again sometime. Who's on the menu this year? Who do you know is going to be taking part?
Well, the nice thing is we've got MTN Quebecer, which is our local big team that's making big waves in Europe at the moment. They've agreed to come and race. So we had Louis Mainkies, who's the national road champion this last weekend. They'll be partaking. We got La Pomme, who finished up second last year.
You can't call him that. I know, if you get some English riders, that's fine, but you can't say it's La Pomme.
It's actually a French team. Can you believe it?
They're probably taking the mickey out of the Pommes.
So we've got 8 international teams and obviously 8 local teams. We've got a development team, which the understanding is we've got Velakaya is our beneficiary to the event. That's also creating opportunities for kids, from Velakaya, which Khayelitsha area, and putting them on bicycles. And this year we're going to have a full contingent of 6 riders in the tour. So it's good to see. It really is.
Johnny?
Yeah, from a medical perspective, from a backup, you got support there?
We've got ER24 that's still on board with us. So they're a big help. I mean, with cycling, guys do fall every now and again, and hopefully it doesn't happen in our tour, but they are on standby. So it's good to have them. They really are behind the sport of cycling too.
Great.
All right, so from the 8th to the 12th of April. That's when it's all happening, the Mzansi Tour. A beautiful Eastern Free State. That's where it's going around, starting in Joburg, finishing up there in Midrand, you say, huh?
Yeah. Blue Hills, this new estate that's going up. I'm not meant to mention it, but it's going to come out anyway. But that's where we're going to have it. So it's, it's not built up yet, but there's some beautiful roads. And if it accommodates the UCI rules that we can have a 4 or 5 kilometer circuit, then that looks like where it's going to be. If it's not that, we do have a plan around maybe Constitution Hill. Which also in top part of town, so it could be fun.
And for those that can't make it down there, will there be any form of TV coverage or exposure there?
We've got Super Sport covering it, so we'll have packages every night, 15 minutes, and then there's an hour package, and then there's another hour on Super Cycling. So getting some good coverage, and it'll go to all the major broadcasters as well.
Fantastic.
So we're trying to really bring back the old, like I've always said, the report tour. That's what we've always wanted, and I think it's a great way to showcase this country. I mean, the Epic is such a big event. We need a road event like that.
Absolutely. Well, you guys have done damn well getting it off the ground. Because as we know, people have tried to kind of get that going again, and it just hasn't happened. But this one looks like it's taken hold, and it's just going to be bigger and bigger, which is great. Yeah,
we'll keep working at it. We've got a great team of people that make this thing happen. It's not just one person. So I think we're all pulling in the right direction for now. So we'll make this thing a success.
Good stuff, Mal. Well, good luck with the second installment of the Mzansi Tour.
Thanks very much.
And keep us posted. Obviously, we'll be keeping tabs on what's happening as we get closer, and of course during the event as well. Look forward to chatting to some of the guys and yourself around about that early April time.
Yeah, perfect. Look forward to it.
Thanks for popping in. Nice to see you.
Yeah. Thank you, Well, I got you. Thanks, John.
Now you know
thanks for the directions.
Now you know where we are.
Now I know where we are.
Sorry, John was almost sending you to the route. You probably could have ended up somewhere in the Eastern Free State the way he was carrying on.
I was near Clocker Line when I saw that. I thought, no, this is not right.
Thanks, Malcolm.
Malcolm Lange from the Mzansi Tour joining us on Balls Visual Radio and Mix 93.8 FM. And where can people check out more details if they want to know more? By the way, what's the website?
It's Mzansi, www.mzanzitour.co.za.
mzanzitour.co.za, very easy. Go and check out more details, and also you obviously got photographs and route maps and stuff like that, just to see what it's going to be
the
like.
history of the tour.
All right, cool.
Mzansi spelled Mzansi.
If you're a good South African, you should know how to spell Mzansi by now.
You'll be surprised.
Yeah, that's true.
Weekdays from 12 to 2 p.m. Central African Time.
Beautiful.
Gears with Sasha Martinengo on balls.co.za.